What's up, everybody? Josh or Miho here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to be talking to you about the new album from the band Intronaut entitled Habitual Levitations, Instilling Words with Tones. This is released on Century Media Records. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they're based out of Los Angeles, California, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be pretty much straight-up progressive metal. Very smart, very taut, very intelligent progressive metal that, when it wants to, can be extremely heavy and extremely devastating stuff. I first heard of this band back in 2010 with their third album, Valley of Smoke, and I fell in love with that record the minute I put it on. I mean, songs like Above and Core Relations, I thought music like that was amazing. And, yeah, there was so much to love about that record, in my opinion. The musicianship, the great drumming, the very, very good guitar and bass work, and the vocals, and the vocal harmonies. I was amazed by that. I loved the singing on that record. It was an outstanding record. And, because of that album, it led me on to this band's previous works. Most notably, because I kind of went backwards with this band. I heard Valley of Smoke, then I heard Prehistoricisms, and then I heard their debut, Void. Void was just monstrously heavy, in my opinion. Prehistoricisms was pretty damn heavy as well. Loved it too. And it kept me intrigued and interested about this band. And now, all this time later, we have their fourth full-length entitled Habitual Levitations. It's 9 tracks, and it clocks in at around 57 minutes in length. So, by lengthiness standards, this is a much longer album than Valley of Smoke. But because of this album being a lot longer, I honestly feel that this album is a lot more deeper. It delves far deeper than any Intronaut record I've heard than anything I've heard from this band. And I honestly believe that this is one of the heaviest pieces of progressive metal I've heard in 2013, and overall probably one of the best albums of 2013 so far. I mean, these guys know exactly what they're doing. These guys are very intelligent, smart musicians, and once you get them together to write music and create something of great sound, they execute it so good. Where do I begin? The guitar work is pretty much business as usual when it comes to an Intronaut record. Just the way the riffs are, they sound absolutely heavy, very powerful, very well played, very smart and intelligent. I mean, there's guitar riffs on here that'll it just captivates you. It captivates the listener. I mean, once you get to the opening track, Killing Birds with Stones, you already know the kind of impact it's going to have on you once you hear those opening guitar riffs. Then later on to songs like The Welding and Steps. Just some incredible guitar work going on with those tracks. Even to some of the more lengthier latter tracks of this album. It's very well done, very complex, very meticulous. This is one of those kind of progressive metal bands that pay attention to detail, and they deliver the guitar work very, very good. The bass work on here is absolutely awesome. I loved the way the bass was on Valley of Smoke, and hearing the bass on here, it just blends in so nicely. The bass work just sounds great. I love the way that it's played. I love the way it glides, because it has that kind of nice kind of audible gliding kind of sound that you would hear. I think it's played very good, and it complements the guitar work very, very nicely here. Drum-wise, I've said this before, Danny Walker is an amazing drummer. He's better known for delving into the extreme styles of metal, most notably bands like Exhumed and Murder Construct. But when he plays with Intronaut, you can definitely tell the kind of diversity that this guy has, and the way he plays the drums, the way the snare sounds, the way the tom sounds, the way the cymbals are mic'd, just those very complex and detailed touches that you would hear on his drum kit. it's played very well, and he delivers another sensational drumming performance, and there's just so much to enjoy about the way this guy drums. I mean, whether it be an extreme metal or something more progressive and harder hitting, this is definitely a band that he excels in very well, and he plays the drums so good. Whether it be mid-paced to slower paced, he executes it so well, and it keeps you interested. It keeps you listening. And the vocals, the thing that I loved the most about the last Intronaut record was the fact that not only was there a good emphasis of clean vocals, but the fact that there were some good vocal harmonies. The vocal harmonies ranged from very clean, very heartfelt, to more angrier and rugged. There was a rugged kind of sound once you heard those kind of clean vocals. Now on Habitual Levitations, the clean vocals have returned here. And it's basically like that throughout the entire record. Just the way the vocals are delivered. Very well spoken, very heartfelt, very powerful, very emotional. I love this singer. Just some great singing going on. Even to the more aggressive, harder edge kind of singing. It's not so much to the point of growling or screaming, but he just has a little bit of a grittiness to his singing voice. And once you get to those kinds of harmonies, I think the vocals sound absolutely amazing. I mean, songs like on Harmonomicon, hope I said that right. I really dig the vocals on that track. And even to one of the closing tracks on this album, Blood from a Stone, it's basically just guitar only, and then you hear the vocals by itself. Sort of like an instrumental guitar kind of track. But the vocals that are on that track are just amazing. I really enjoy that song a lot. And the overall vibe of the vocals is just absolutely beautiful. I love the vocal style that Intronaut does here. So overall, if you're a fan of Intronaut, if you're into their current works or their past works, I honestly feel that this is the best material that this band has ever done. I honestly believe this is a continuing step in the right direction for progressive metal and music. And Intronaut know exactly what they're doing. These guys are so smart. These guys deliver so much goods going on here. And I'm looking forward to hearing more of what this band has to offer in the future. These guys are very, very smart musicians. If I had to pick any favorite tracks, honestly, I would have to say Killing Birds with Stones, Steps, Milk Leg. I think Milk Leg is such a catchy track. Harmonomicon, and Blood from a Stone. Even the longest song on here, The Way Down, which clocks in on almost 9 minutes, is a really good song too. So, again, the album is Habitual Levitations, Instilling Words with Tones by Intronaut. This is released on Century Media Records. Check this out if you like progressive metal, and I'm going to give this a very strong 9 out of 10. Really awesome progressive metal from a band that definitely knows exactly what they're doing. Support Intronaut. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks all for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel, and until the next time, Armijo out.